Peacock TV Spoilers. We've been tracking this for weeks, and the promo for July 6th through July 10th just dropped. Can you believe it? The fireworks in Salem are extending way past the 4th of July. If you thought the drama was slowing down for the summer, you are dead wrong. We are looking at poisonings, brutal punches to the face, deleted voicemails, and some of the most twisted psychological warfare Salem has seen in years. Let's be real for a second. Some of these storylines are making my blood boil, while others have me cheering at the screen. We have so much to unpack today, from the shocking state of EJ DiMera to Kristen DiMera crossing a line that Kristen DiMera can never uncross. Grab a snack, get comfortable, and let's dive deep into the madness. The downfall of EJ DiMera, demonic possession or pure evil. Let's start with the image that has everyone talking. EJ DiMera getting absolutely clocked in the face. Amazing. If you ask me, EJ DiMera has had this punch coming for months. But who delivered the blow? Many fans in the comments are speculating that Theo Carver is the one who punches EJ DiMera, and honestly, that makes perfect psychological sense. But we need to look closer at EJ DiMera. Is it just me, or does EJ DiMera look physically ill? The promo clearly shows EJ DiMera with red, inflamed eyes. It is giving major demonic possession vibes. Peacock TV Spoilers. We've been tracking this for weeks, and I personally believe the writers are physically manifesting the dark, toxic energy inside EJ DiMera. Think back to a decade ago, when the DiMera family dealt with actual possessions and mind control chips. Stefano DiMera used to say that absolute power corrupts absolutely. EJ DiMera is so consumed by power, revenge, and hatred that EJ DiMera's physical body is breaking down. But here's the kicker. The promo also hints that EJ DiMera is celebrating a major success. Does EJ DiMera cure Holly Jonas? Or did EJ DiMera orchestrate a hostile takeover? Knowing EJ DiMera, the victory will be short-lived. I passionately hate what EJ DiMera has become. The classic, charming EJ DiMera is gone, replaced by a hollow shell of Stefano DiMera's worst traits, Kristen DiMera's unforgivable betrayal of Theo Carver. Speaking of Stefano DiMera's worst traits, we need to talk about Kristen DiMera. That's crazy. What Kristen DiMera is doing right now is pure, unadulterated evil. According to the preview, Kristen DiMera decides to sit Theo Carver down and tell Theo Carver that Stefano DiMera is the reason Lexie Carver got the fatal brain tumor. I am absolutely furious with Kristen DiMera. Theo Carver worships the ground Stefano DiMera walked on. Theo Carver wears blinders when it comes to Theo Carver's no-no. Let's do a deep dive into Salem history. Over 10 years ago, Andre DiMera held Lexie Carver captive in the underground DiMera tunnels. Those tunnels were leaking toxic gas, which ultimately caused Lexie Carver to develop a terminal brain tumor. Now, fans are arguing in the comments about whether Stefano DiMera knew about the toxic gas. Listen to me. Stefano DiMera gave the order to Andre DiMera to kidnap Lexie Carver, to blackmail EJ DiMera. Even if Stefano DiMera did not intend for Lexie Carver to inhale toxic gas, Stefano DiMera set the tragedy in motion. Stefano DiMera preserved the body of Lexie Carver, hoping Dr. Rolf could resurrect Lexie Carver, because Stefano DiMera felt immense guilt. But why is Kristen DiMera telling Theo Carver this now? Kristen DiMera is doing this purely to cause chaos and inflict pain. Kristen DiMera calls EJ DiMera evil, but Kristen DiMera needs to look in the mirror. Kristen DiMera is destroying the heart of Theo Carver just to score cheap points in a family feud. I fiercely defend Theo Carver here. Theo Carver is innocent, and Kristen DiMera is a vindictive monster for weaponizing the death of Lexie Carver. The cat fight of the century, Gwen Rizchek versus Kristen DiMera. As if destroying the mental health of Theo Carver wasn't enough, Kristen DiMera is also playing games with Xander Cook. The promo reveals that Gwen Rizchek is finally seeing Kristen DiMera for exactly who Kristen DiMera is, just like Ava Vitale did. I have a massive hot take for you all. I am Team Gwen Rizchek all the way. Gwen Rizchek gets treated like garbage by almost everyone in Salem, especially Xander Cook. Yet, Xander Cook is currently being satisfied by Kristen DiMera. Gwen Rizchek is going to snap, and I am here for the upcoming catfight between Gwen Rizchek and Kristen DiMera. If we look at the psychological profile of Gwen Rizchek only lashes out because Gwen Rizchek is desperately searching for love and validation. Kristen DiMera, on the other hand, uses people like chess pieces. Xander Cook is just a pawn for Kristen DiMera. I hope Gwen Rizchek slaps the blonde highlights right out of the hair of Kristen DiMera. The Horton Cabin mystery, who poisoned Holly Jonas? Let's pivot to the most terrifying storyline of the week. Holly Jonas, fighting for survival. We know Holly Jonas is gravely ill, but the details are incredibly murky. Tate Black claims Holly Jonas drank the water at the Horton Cabin. However, other reports suggest Holly Jonas took old pain pills found in the back of the Horton Cabin medicine cabinet. Johnny DiMera is teaming up with Sarah Horton to investigate, and Johnny DiMera suspects the water contains arsenic. Let's connect some historical dots. How did a patient belonging to Sarah Horton die from Horton Cabin water previously? Arsenic doesn't just magically appear in the plumbing of a beloved family cabin. Someone intentionally poisoned that well. Could this trace back to the DiMera family? Or is this a brand new villain? And where is Nicole Walker while Holly Jonas is fighting for life? Tate Black explicitly stated that Nicole Walker landed in Salem, yet Nicole Walker is nowhere to be seen on camera. This is infuriating. Having Nicole Walker return off-screen during a medical emergency involving Holly Jonas is a massive disservice to the legacy of Nicole Walker. We need Nicole Walker front and center, fighting for Holly Jonas. Stephanie Johnson's hypocrisy and the Kyriakis drama. Finally, let's talk about the absolute mess that is Stephanie Johnson, Alex Kyriakis, and Joy. The promo shows Joy crying to Alex Kyriakis, seemingly about Kelsey. What does Stephanie Johnson do? Stephanie Johnson finds the phone belonging to Alex Kyriakis and deletes the voicemail from Joy. Let's be real for a second. This is peak hypocrisy from Stephanie Johnson. Stephanie Johnson threw a massive fit when Alex Kyriakis interfered with the life of Stephanie Johnson not that long ago. Now, Stephanie Johnson is acting wildly insecure and doing the exact same toxic behavior to Alex Kyriakis. I am actually going to defend Alex Kyriakis here. It is not the fault of Alex Kyriakis that Alex Kyriakis has a complicated past, or that Joy needs a shoulder to cry on. Stephanie Johnson is supposed to be confident and independent. Seeing Stephanie Johnson stoop to deleting voicemails like a jealous teenager is pathetic. Bonnie Lockhart is supposed to give Alex Kyriakis advice this week, but I wish Justin Kyriakis would step in. Justin Kyriakis needs to tell Alex Kyriakis to run far away from the toxic jealousy of Stephanie Johnson. Predictive lore. What happens next? Based on the internal logic of Days of Our Lives, here is what I predict will happen by the end of next week. The EJ DiMera breakdown. The punch delivered to EJ DiMera will be the catalyst that causes EJ DiMera to fully snap. The red eyes of EJ DiMera are a symptom of a much larger, potentially fatal stress condition brought on by the ruthless ambition of EJ DiMera. The Lexie Carver tragedy. Lexie Carver does not have much time left. Bringing Lexie Carver back just to kill Lexie Carver again is a deeply controversial move by the writers. I predict Abe Carver and Paulina Price will bond over this tragedy, leading to Abe Carver and Paulina Price reuniting permanently. The arsenic plot. Johnny DiMera and Sarah Horton will discover that the arsenic poisoning at the Horton cabin was actually a botched hit meant for someone else entirely. Join the conversation. The writers are throwing everything at the wall for July, and the stakes have not been this high since the golden era of the 90 sets. Now, I want to hear from you. Do you think Kristen DiMera was justified in telling Theo Carver the brutal truth about Stefano DiMera, or did Kristen DiMera go way too far? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you love deep dive analysis, crazy theories, and absolute Salem chaos, you must smash that subscribe button. Stick with Peacock TV Spoilers, because we are your #1 source for the truth behind the drama. Stay cool, stay hydrated, and I will see you in the next video.